Hey there, this is Sifu Slim coming to you live with an important message about balance. You can't just pour all that hard work into the intellect, all that work into the body or the aerobic side or your family or your stuff like your car. You've got to be balanced. You can't just go out and get more courses, more education. You still have to be balanced. You have to absorb these things, keep them in balanced proportion so that you know how to walk up the stairs. Now, walking up the stairs and down the stairs takes a lot of balance. Now, today I'm going to tell you a little bit about why I think personal development and balance should have levels, just like martial arts. You start out as a white belt, you move to the blue belt, the brown belt, the advanced stripes on the brown belt, and then finally the black belt, and there you can keep going. You can become a first degree, second degree, etc. Same thing with tennis. You know your level. You start off as a beginner, 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, 5.0, and then you go from there into very competitive play and international renown. So those are some of the things that you can think of when you have levels. Golf, you have handicaps. When you go to computer programming, you go to take the Microsoft test, there's different levels, there's different skill sets. Personal development is no difference. You don't just go to a yoga retreat and go, hey, I am now an enlightened person, or I am now an awakened person. It's a constant striving for balance, learning, attitudes of gratitudes, open heart, open mind, listening skills, taking a step back from the rat race and from the minutia, and letting it all sink in so that it's on a cellular level, you become balanced. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my journey towards that path. So first of all, after being in the rat race and the athletic race and the education race and the dating race for so long, I had to scrape off. You know what these are, right? Pumice. You have to scrape that off. See, I had to start out by scraping off a lot of stuff. And then, while I was doing that, I had to keep smiling. So smiling is really important. So don't forget to smile along the way. Matter of fact, don't forget to stop smiling all the way. That's what I say. Then, instead of screwing around, I went out and I said, let me look into this. So I read wonderful books. Here's one by Jim Drever, a contact of mine. Jim has written a number of books and I highly recommend them. He's become a person who's coaching people, a guru type person. End your story, begin your life. This is about not carrying around your baggage and living with all that baggage all the time. You are where you are right now, and not where you are tomorrow, where you were yesterday. You are where you are right now. So there's a good lesson, and take a look at Jim's other books. Then you can also unplug. We all need to unplug. So you not only you scrape the stuff off the outside with a pumice, you scrape the stuff off the inside. Now, if you've never done a fast and a controlled fast the proper way, I encourage you to go see someone who's a professional. Ayurvedic people do a lot of that. Yoga retreats do fasting. Medical community does fasting. Integrative medicine. All these people do fasting. And if you want to know, one of my greatest successes with other athletes, which was my first larger scale jiu-jitsu competition up in Northern California, one of the ways I did very well and got a gold medal in it is that I fasted. I read that the Persian, the Iranian wrestling team, which has been renowned for their success over the course of the 20th century, they fasted for several days before their competition. Now, I'm not going to go too far into that, but just remember, that opened my mind, and I used that in a very proactive, a very positive and grounded way, and was able to go in there and produce less lactic acid, have better focus, have better endurance, and more testosterone. And hallelujah, as an older person, I was able to defeat a number of younger persons, all within the same hour and a half of time. Can't beat that. On that journey, you write your book. This is my second book called The Aging Athlete. The mindset for physical activity is so important. And this book talks about the elite athletes, and these fellas reveal their secrets for life, and it gives all kinds of inspirational interviews. And these people survived elite athleticism. So I encourage you to take a look at that. It's on Amazon. You can get it in a digital format or in a print format, and at some point we will have it in an audiobook. So that's what you do. You also carry a notebook. You can see mine has an athletic theme to it. Nice controlled, nice body movement. I love good physiology, good biomechanics, and strength is balance. Got my friend Isaac Osborne told me that about 10 years ago. Strength is not just being big and having big muscles, it is balance. How can you get the weight over your head if you're not balanced? How can you do a yoga type push-up like a Spider-Man push-up if you're not balanced? How can you lift your computer printer out of the car unless you have balance? So those are really important things. And don't forget to keep a smile, use the Aloha spirit, and show a lot of love to yourself, to the planet, to other people, and to your pets. How's that? So keep all this stuff in mind when you're on your journey, and know that when you're having a discussion with a person, if you've worked on your intellect as I have, if you've worked on being open-minded as I have, am I going to continue to do those things? You bet I am. I'm going to continue to do it, continue to be open. But having had all those years of seeking, having had quiet time away, I would guess that I've been on at least now 500 writers' getaways, maybe over 1,000. I don't know. It's not something that I'm tabulating. But these writers' getaways, what I'm doing is I'm going away, I'm letting new information, new open-hearted conversation, open minds come in, print, meditation, YouTube documentaries, YouTube interviews and debates, great conversations over a tea, as we're walking, as we're exercising, as we're on a train, as we're on an airplane, a long ride, a long walk, all those things, during exercise, during jiu-jitsu, sharing wonderful conversations, being open-minded through all of that, and letting it sink in, going home and letting it sink in. If you go to a class today and you go right back into the rat race tonight with all the busyness, and I know we have responsibilities, so I completely understand, but you can't tell me that someone who's ultra busy fills their schedule with smartphone, with taking care of others, with cleaning up around the house, with going to a job or 3, with a commute, with going to the gym, with the bombardment from the earpiece, from the music, from the news stories. I'm sorry to say, I shouldn't be sorry to say, but I'm sorry it's going to sound harsh to you, but there's no way, if you're that person, you can have a positive force like intuition, a positive force like discernment, a positive force how to trust good gifts, wellness gems, intelligence gems about whatever. We're in Corona right now. How many news stories have you read and heard and debates about these? I'm not going to go into that right now, but where the world is going with that is not an open-minded way. It's a rushed, vehement, vitriolic, fear-based reaction. Now, do I want everyone to be healthful and well? You bet I do. You get healthful and wellness by being unwell and going in and taking a shot or a pill? You think about that. That's for you to come to grips with for your own open heart and open mind. And while you're on that journey, remember that being on that journey takes time, it takes patience, it takes love, and it takes a lot of smiles. I'm Sifu Slim, coming to you after a wonderful, blessed morning exercise program, also available at sifuslim.com, SIFU slim.com, and I hope you download one or purchase one and you can learn about what I do. Now imagine doing that with an open mind each and every morning since you were age 10. Not always in the morning when I was young. Sometimes it was during school or after school. But since I've been an adult, morning exercise for the most part, and that's, I think I'm up to over 15,000 now days of 1 to 2 hour morning programs, and once a week the 3-hour program, which is like the hunter-gatherer workout. And I do it outdoors, grounded to the earth. So you can stand on bricks, you can stand on dirt, you can stand on asphalt, anything that conducts the voltage from the earth. You could do it on sand, you could do it in water. If you're on wood, non-conductive. If you're on rubber, non-conductive. If you're on carpet, non-conductive. So you want to be out grounded to the earth. Grass is great. Wet grass is the ultimate. Wet sand is the ultimate. Get the voltage from the earth. I'm going to take you out and show you. Beautiful tree and the waves crashing at Butterfly Beach in beautiful Montecito, California. Beautiful breezy morning, very limited beach. Yesterday I was out at the beach, very much bait, but today the tides come in and there we are. Man over here is about to get hit by the water. So there you have it from Sifu Slim. Wishing you all the best in your mind, body, and spirit. Your health and wellness. Aloha from Montecito, SifuSlim.com. Please like, thumbs up, and please subscribe. Aloha.